Hello everybody, my name is Keanu Balls 46, and today is a little different because I'm not doing anything gameplay related. I just want to talk about the current state of the console market, and I have an explanation for that. So I guess I'll just start with the explanation. So I was trying to record a BO3 mod video, and after a bit I just started not ranting in like an angry way, just talking about how PlayStation has kind of been on my nerves and like my thoughts on the whole console industry as a whole recently. So I thought I might as well just make a video discussing my thoughts on it versus a video that's supposed to be about something else, but then I am talking about a completely different subject. So let me just dive right into it. This video is not going to be concise at all. Feel free to click off. I just want to speak my thoughts. So in the past year, I've been playing primarily on PC. Like occasionally I'd hop on PS5 and then Switch when I'm, obviously out of the house and stuff like that. Not Switch 2, just Switch 1. I don't have the money to go out and just buy a Switch 2 willy-nilly. But I've been playing on PC and it's been quite wonderful because on PC there is so much freedom, and being able to play your favorite games but on the highest settings, performing at 60 frames, games that are natively on console like 30 frames, is just fantastic. And you can even see it on my channel, like with BO3. Being able to play modded BO3 is just amazing. And then I'm not the biggest Minecraft fan, but I even have done that, and that's also amazing. Just being able to do anything is just so great. And it's kind of restricting because then I want to go play games with my console friends, but it's difficult because games are just much more expensive on console, and primarily if I'm going to be on a console, I want to get physical copies of those games, but I have to go out to a store, or it takes a while for them to ship. So by the time I get the game, my buddies are playing a different game, so it's like, okay, I have to buy it digitally on console now, which sucks. Which I'll get to why buying digitally on console sucks, but I don't know, it just becomes difficult. Because I want to do it my way, but I kind of can't because, it's not convenient. So on PC, it's like I can get games. I bought The Last of Us Part 1 today, the remastered one, for $25. If you go on Steam, I'm pretty sure it's $70 right now. So, because you can buy from different storefronts, like key websites. I personally use loaded.com. That's a great place to get your keys from. And again, like, you can save so much money on great games, and you can't do that on console. Actually, I'm pretty sure on Loaded you can buy Xbox and PlayStation games, but it's pretty hard to find keys for those. And I also don't know if they redeem well. I've never tried it. But again, like, there's just infinitely way more freedom on PC. And again, I mentioned performance. Not every game's gonna run like a dream. I'll just lay out my setup real quick so you can get a gist of what I'm using. I'm using a RTX 5060 with 8GB of VRAM, one stick, a DDR5 RAM, it's 16GB, and a decent CPU, and plenty of cooling and stuff like that. So I have a pretty nice setup. I'm pretty grateful with it, and I got it on a really, really like generous Black Friday sale. I got it for $800, like all of that stuff, pre-built. And at the time, obviously, I didn't know anything about PC parts, and I've recently been researching just out of curiosity. But, hey, what I have works. I'm able to run, like, Batman Arkham and Cyberpunk and all these great games way better than they would on console, and that is just, like, fantastic to me, and I'm really grateful for it. And also, like, to see the parts go up in price has also been really crazy, and because I want my buddies, right? I mentioned earlier how they're on console. I want them to get PCs, and it's really difficult because, like, they can't because it is so expensive, and that is just not great. The thing is, though, like, PCs are pricey, but if you look at what the PlayStation 6 is gonna do, like, the PlayStation 6 is gonna be like $1,000+ on launch because they said they're no longer selling at a loss. If PlayStation is no longer selling at a loss, like, why even buy a PlayStation 6? It's all digital, doesn't perform better than a PC. Like, at that point, just go get yourself a Steam Deck or a Steam machine, or pre-built, or just research on parts, which honestly takes a while. Like it's really complicated for no reason. Like for people who have had PCs most of their life, it's probably like second nature to you. But at least for me, like I was trying to figure out, like, is an RTX 5060 good? You know, is my CPU good? Like, is this a good match? And stuff like that. Like, do I need 2 sticks of RAM? Do I, you know, what's going on? And I have an idea for, you know, future parts and stuff. But for now, it's like I'm okay. Like I don't need to be running games on ultra. Like I'm okay with what I have, you know. Because even like The Last of Us Part 1, I said I purchased today. I was playing it, and like it just puts me on ultra settings, and I'm able to run it at 60 frames, and I'm okay with that. I know a big reason why people like PCs is because I can run it at 240 frames, but my monitor's refresh rate is 60 hertz, so if I run 60 frames with 60 hertz, it looks great. I don't need it to run at 120 or 240. I know that's some people's whole thing, but I think that's more for competitive gaming, and I just like playing single-player games that look gorgeous. I don't really give a fuck about playing CS2 or Orc Raiders or Fortnite or Siege at like 200-something frames. I just think that's really stupid, especially if you have like a really expensive PC. Like I never got why people do that. Side rant, but I don't get why people buy PCs, right? Expensive PCs, like way better than mine, and then play like the worst fucking games ever, like Roblox and like slightly modded Minecraft. Not even heavily modded Minecraft. Like it's just some bullshit. So that's always been kind of frustrating. But I'll get back to my point, which is what was my point? I was talking about like performance, but yeah, like performance is a huge part of it, and being able to play like particularly like older games on max, and then you can mod them out. Like Cyberpunk, I've added so many like texture mods and like performance mods to make it run even better. So that's another thing that's really great about PC. But again, the main thing I wanted to talk about was how PlayStation has been fucking over the consumers, like almost like evil, like just evil shit. And I think the cherry on the cake right now is the fact that PSN servers completely shut down, I think like yesterday or a few days ago. And I find that kind of hilarious because they want this this all digital future, but then they don't want to offer you like protection of your games or be able to play them, and like offline installers. It's just anything that's has to do with preservation. They just want you to like spend money and not enjoy your title and have it taken away from you when they feel like it. And obviously that's not happening right now, but in the future with licensing issues, like there's plenty of games I own physically that you just can't buy anymore. Deadpool the game, any of the old Forzas, Friday the 13th the game, games like that, like fantastic titles. Titles I still like to play here and there, but you can't find them even on PC, right? Unless you have an emulator and you download ROMs illegally, but I don't suggest that. Because a lot of those websites have malware, and it's just not really that safe. Also, it's illegal, so I don't know how law enforcement catches that. I don't know. I feel like who gives a shit? Oh, what? I played a game from 2013 illegally. Like, who gives a fuck? But you can do that. Like, you can do that on PC. Like, if you wanted to, you could play like any PlayStation exclusive on a PS4 emulator and be fine. Bloodborne, that's how they got it on here, right? And obviously, like, if you want to do it legally, it's much more difficult, but also way safer, right? Versus buying from ROM websites or stuff, because I'm pretty sure they're free if you want to buy ROMs from there, but still, I wouldn't suggest that. But essentially, back to what I was saying, is that PlayStation is not offering users anything that has to do with preservation or protection of their games. They really just want you to buy from their storefront at max price with minimal sales here and there. Like, there's been some decent sales, but like Death Stranding, right? I bought that game digitally for PlayStation 5 a while back for like $20. That was like on sale. And I bought it recently on PC for like $10. You know, and it's like, yeah, $20 is great for Death Stranding, but that was actually the PS4 version. I had to get a PS5 upgrade. I just get the PS5 upgraded version, aka the Director's Cut, for $10, and it runs great. So it's just kind of upsetting because, again, when it comes to PlayStation with their digital market, that's the only place you can buy it from. You know what I mean? You can't really buy it from anywhere else, and that's why it's difficult. Like even with key websites, they offer PlayStation digital games, but rarely. You know what I mean? You can never really find them, and normally they're not on sale either. So, ooh, I'm getting a call. I'm not answering it though, because I am busy. I'm very busy, man. Let me just turn off my phone. You guys get to enjoy me turning off my phone. Can this thing just fucking turn off? There we go. I need to make an iPhone rant video. Nah, but yeah, it's just a PlayStation, man. Like it's just been upsetting me because I initially thought the PS5 was the best console on the market because it had great single player games, and I don't know, it just wasn't that terrible. Like I really thought, like, if you wanted offline play, if you wanted physical only play, PlayStation 5 was the place to go. And then with everything they've been doing, I just can't suggest it anymore. Just make your own physical copies on PC. That's what I'm gonna start doing, which is not illegal, by the way. At least if you buy from GOG, which I do. So if you want to make your own physical copies of your games, buy from GOG. It's a storefront that offers DRM free games. Just do that. So yeah, just do that. Like if you have the money to. I will say a Blu-ray burner is quite pricey. I think it's $60, but again, if you're on a PC, you probably have the money to buy that. If you don't, I would suggest saving up for it. It's not something you really need, but it'd be great for the future. That's at least my suggestion. But PC, like, I used to think that like it was great, but it wasn't that great, and I still kind of feel that way. Like honestly, I love physical games, so the fact that we're at this point where, you know, these console companies are just so anti-consumer friendly, like I just can't suggest it anymore. I can't. And honestly, at this point, it's almost going to be cheaper to buy a PC again. My PC was $1,400, but I got it for $800, which is a crazy deal in my opinion. If anyone who's watching this has found a better deal, awesome. Like that's actually sick. But I'm pretty sure a PS5 Pro is like $900 currently, and that's just crazy to me. The fact that my PC can run PlayStation games better than a PS5 Pro. Like literally, it's running The Last of Us Part 1 better than it would on a PlayStation 5 Pro is just crazy. You know, the fact that that's even possible. This video is probably going to be really long, jeez. I'm going to try to wrap it up soon. I haven't even got all my thoughts through. But, like, that's insane to me. You know what I mean? Like the fact I got this PC for $800 and I'm able to play Xbox and PlayStation games. And obviously PlayStation's no longer going to port their games over to PC, but like I don't really give a shit. You already ported all the good ones. Like sure, I'll buy Wolverine for PS5, but I'll buy it physically. Like why would I buy that digitally? Just so what, you can like deactivate my account after 36 months? That's some bullshit. Honestly, I'm just going to end this video because I've been talking for quite a while, but I have talked about some of my frustrations in other videos. I'll link it. I'm pretty sure this is my first Backrooms BO3 video I was talking about it. If not, I just lied to you. But that's all for today. Simple video. I'll make some other and better content in the future.